And did you see my second goal? That boy Todd almost stopped me, but then I went left, and then Kara wanted me to
Yes, sweetheart, yes, I saw you, yes.
Hey, honey, I know I said I'd cook tonight, but the boss is making me stay late. How about some fast food instead? Fried chicken?
Catherine, it's your mama.
Nana.
So, we're gonna be in the neighborhood tonight, and we'll stop in for dinner. You can make Papa's favorite spaghetti and meatballs.
Al dente! Al dente!
See you at 8.
Back in the car, kids. Gotta go shopping.
I made it past her, and the goalie couldn't see her, Mom. If I sent it to her, we would have lost the ball. Have you seen that goalie? We totally would have cleared it, and Mom, after we got straight, Mom, I was like in the zone, and the bell, it just... You see my second goal? That boy Todd almost stopped me, but then I went left, and then Kara wanted me to pass to her, but the goalie couldn't see her, Mom. If I sent it to her, we would have... Skip to the front of the line, redeem this coupon at aisle 16 and a half. Hey, Mom!
Hi.
You got a true cost coupon? Then I guess it's your lucky day. In this aisle, we charge you exactly what your food truly costs. No more, no less. So you want to check out, or what?
Yeah, sounds like a good deal, I guess.
Mom, that woman is a weirdo.
What do you mean?
There's something not right about this aisle.
$32,000!
Read it and weep. That's what all this so-called food you're buying today truly costs.
What?
I told you, this is the true costs aisle. Here, all this food you're buying has hidden costs. What it truly costs to grow, ship, and sell most food is staggering. Want to see what really goes into a pound of steak?
What the?
Where are we?
Welcome to a factory farm!
Look out!
So, what hidden costs can we find in your steak? First, it takes a lot of energy to run these livestock factories. To grow corn and grain to feed the cows, and to ship the meat to you. A gallon of oil per pound. And we all know how much trouble using so much fuel is causing all over the world. Next, 2,500 gallons of water for each pound of steak.
2,500?
That's 30 gallons per cow per day for drinking. 70 more for washing and sanitation. 500,000 to irrigate each acre of feed. It adds up quick. Then there's the wasted food. For every 10 pounds of healthy grain and corn that a cow eats, you only get 1 pound of meat. Pretty inefficient, huh? And how do we grow all the food that cattle need to fatten them up quickly? Often by destroying rainforests and grasslands. And that's only what you put into the poor suckers. What comes out the other end is even worse. Cows crap about 60 pounds a day. That's 12 tons a year.
Gross!
Even a small cattle feedlot can produce more waste than a city of 25,000 people. On small family farms, the environment can recycle that waste. But factory farms pack in as many animals as possible, so they end up dumping 291 billion, that's billion tons of waste every year. Like that smell? U.S. cattle emit 184 billion cubic feet of the greenhouse gas methane a year. That's enough to fill 4 million blimps. Then there's a bunch of other costs like animal cruelty or feeding cows hormones and antibiotics, which get into our bodies when we eat meat produced this way. Scientists say one of the reasons many antibiotics are no longer effective is that we've got so much in our systems that the germs have figured out how to work around them. Add up all these hidden costs and you're paying $815 a pound.
We definitely can't afford that steak. But the tomatoes?
You think produce is any less expensive? Not the way this tomato was grown. They call this monocropping. Looks efficient, right? Not when you look at the hidden costs. Start with the chemicals. When you only farm one crop at a time, a single disease or bug can easily wipe out your whole livelihood. So monocroppers douse their fields with 1 billion pounds of toxic pesticides a year. That's about 3 pounds per American. Pesticides kill everything in their way, including good bugs that make healthy soil. That and other short-sighted practices make the earth lose 24 billion tons of topsoil a year. The monocroppers try to replace real soil with chemical fertilizers. Much of it runs off into our drinking water, along with the pesticides and other chemicals. Agricultural runoff is the #1 pollutant of U.S. rivers, killing entire habitats, decimating wildlife, and contaminating our groundwater. And it's expensive to clean up. The EPA says we could save $15 billion worth of water treatment plants if we cut agricultural toxins. That's about $200 for a family of 4.
Then why don't we?
Because for short-term profits, it's cheaper to douse your crops with chemicals than to figure out what they really need. Of course, more chemicals means more immune bugs, more disease superstrains, more stripped soil, fewer natural predators, and that means you need more and more chemicals all the time to get the same results. Or not even.
Not even?
Look at the world's wheat crop. In the 1930s, before pesticides, we lost 30% of our wheat to bugs. Today, after dumping over 2.5 million tons of pesticides a year on our wheat, we lose 37% of the crop. But what do the monocroppers care? They get huge federal subsidies no matter how much they produce. A total of $14 billion a year.
Wait a minute. I thought farm subsidies helped small farmers.
Dream on! In 2002, the largest 10% of farms collected 65% of the subsidies. The bottom half got 2%. A paltry $256 a year. Take these unfair subsidies, add other market pressures, and you can see why thousands of small farms go belly up every year. At this point, 7% of our farms sell 72% of our food. And because our local farms are gone, we have to ship non-local produce in from around the country and the world. The average American meal travels 2,000 miles from farm to table. Talk about wasted fuel. Add in lost nutrition, lost gene pool diversity, dangers of genetically modified crops. Yep, 374 smackers for your tomato.
My goodness. If this stuff is so bad for the earth, what's it doing to me and my kids?
Good question. Take this box of cereal. Here in America, junk food is cheap, plentiful, and packed with fats, sugars, and chemicals. What do we get for it? Fat kids! 15% of American kids are overweight. That number has tripled in 25 years. And if they grow up eating this junk, it only gets worse. 1/3 of American adults are overweight. And with obesity comes all kinds of health problems. Heart attacks, strokes, diabetes.
Mom? Dad?
And you thought this food was cheap?
Enough! Come on, kids. We're getting out of here. We can't afford to eat this way.
No one can!
But Mom, it's almost 7 and we still don't have any food. And Grandma and Grandpa are coming to dinner.
Then there's no time to waste. Hold on, sweetheart. Hi, listen, I need your help. The food I've been eating is so expensive. I was over at the Buy It All Mart and...
Let me guess. Aisle 16 and a half.
How'd you know?
Well, you couldn't afford anything there, and now you need food for tonight's dinner.
Exactly. They wanted to charge me the true cost of everything. Now I need to put dinner on the table for 6 in an hour.
Well, I'm thinking of pasta primavera.
A baby green salad.
A pear, goat cheese appetizers.
And apple cobbler for dessert.
Yeah.
Let's find you what you need, at a price you can afford. Come on. Try this broccoli. $2 a bunch.
But what about the hidden pesticide costs?
We don't use them. We bring in good bugs to eat the bad bugs, like farmers have been doing for centuries. Here, 30 cents a head.
But the topsoil loss and the poison runoff.
Not here. Crop rotation, compost, and letting fields rest with cover crops keeps our soil healthy, not chemicals.
What about all the transportation costs?
To ship from there? Eating local saves up to 17 times the fuel costs of food you buy in the supermarket. And the fresher it is, the better it tastes.
And what about the meat? Don't your cows create greenhouse gases and use fuel and pollute the water?
Not nearly as much as big factory farms do. Our cows eat mostly grass, and we rotate them from field to field so that they don't overgraze and destroy the land. And since we raise only a few cows, the land can recycle their waste safely.
Hey, Mom! Someone buried a carrot over here!
Everyone assumes that the Buy It All Mart is the most convenient and cheapest place to shop, but there are 5 times as many farmers markets today as there were in 1980, and the organic food market is growing at 25% a year. Most communities have farmers markets, and you'd be surprised at how many restaurants and grocery stores will carry local food if you ask them.
I can't believe I've never stopped here before.
Well, I can't tell you how to eat or where to shop, but I can tell you this. When your food comes from a place that works with nature instead of fighting it all the time, it costs you a lot less in the long run.
And that's the true cost.
I can't thank you enough.
You don't have to. Now get home and make a great meal.
I get to make the cobbler!
Thanks, bye.
Honey, you've outdone yourself. Where did you find these amazing vegetables?
And the primavera, it's so fresh, it's so tasty.
I propose a toast
Hear, hear!
to my daughter, who has rediscovered the art of cooking.
Oh, Dad.
Catherine, I thought we lost you to fast food in the microwave, but you proved us wrong tonight. And the linguine, perfectly al dente.
Good job, Mom!